Top 10 African countries to watch out for future superpowers. Hello Displorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by Displorer and thanks for watching. In this video we shall look at future superpowers in Africa. A superpower is a state with a dominant position characterized by its extensive ability to exert influence or project power on a global scale. This is done through the combined means of economic, military, technological, and cultural strength, as well as diplomatic and soft power influence. The trajectory of many African countries in recent years is an indication that they will not only project influence on the African continent, but also on a global scale. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Nigeria and South Africa are currently Africa's superpowers or giants of Africa. However, they need to be on their feet, else other countries might take these positions. From groundbreaking infrastructural projects, economic status, technological advancements, to cultural and natural endowment, here are the top 10 African countries to watch out for on the African continent. Number 10. Democratic Republic of Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo is one country in Africa which is supposed to be the richest and best, given its national possessions. The oil and mineral-rich nation's natural wealth has rather become a curse to it, as the rush for it has left it war-torn and desolate, while the drought of the country does little or nothing to help the country. But with recent growth in infrastructures such as the IGNA dam project, which will be the largest not only in Africa but also in the world, as well as the tapping into the nation's rich resources, estimated to be more than $24 trillion for its growth, is a vital bridge to cross the country from poverty to becoming Africa's superpower. Number 9. Tanzania. Tanzania has been walking in the shadows of more prominent and popular countries on the continent, but a look at the trajectory of this East African nation leaves nothing but a marvel at its current growth rates. Tanzania has engaged in foreign trade on a large scale in recent years, as well as moved its economy from being an agricultural-dependent nation to a liberal nation of industrialization, commercialization, and capital growth. President John Magufuli, after taking office, swore to bring down corruption in the nation, with great progress to date. Also, on the 1st of July 2020, Tanzania achieved its middle-income vision of 5 years ahead of schedule of 2025. Perhaps its most treasured asset has been its economic and political stability, not to talk of its geographic position. Tanzania is a coastal nation surrounded by 8 nations, 6 of which are landlocked, which implies that with Tanzania's economic diversification, gold production and reduction in corruption, it is one country to project major influence in Africa. Number 8. Ghana. When it comes to African countries with a good sense of what stability, economic boom and infrastructural growth and good governance are, the Gold Coast is a shining example in Africa, whose president is currently rated the best in Africa. With staggering improvement in several sectors of the economy, a switch from depending on primary activities to production and processing, a booming technology and the service industry, Ghana has been on the race to become one of the top countries to watch out for, not only on the African hemisphere, but also on the global playing field. Number 7. Kenya. From tourism, the economy, political and regional influence, Kenya is one nation that the world should watch out for. Kenya's macroeconomic outlook has steadily posted robust growth over the past few decades, mostly from road and rail infrastructure projects. Tourism in Kenya is the second largest source of foreign exchange revenue, following agriculture, and the country has endless possibilities when it comes to tourism, from national parks to wild beasts. Besides, its capital holds the head offices of major international organizations, not to talk of its numerous current and future infrastructural projects in the pipeline. As of 2020, Kenya is the third largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa, which implies Kenya is one African nation to watch out for. Number 6. Rwanda. The continuous rise of Rwanda's economic profile can be likened to the ancient mythical bird, phoenix, which regenerates and starts another life cycle from its ashes. The 1994 genocide left the country deeply scarred and experiencing economic impediment as a result of heavy security efforts. Rwanda's evolution in growing an industrial and sustainable economy and the prospects of moving to become a first world country is simply inspirational. Rwanda has worked towards economic stability, high standard of living, industrialization, commercialization and diversification, which according to World Economic Forum has made Rwanda the fastest growing economy in Africa with annual GDP growth of 8%. In addition to this, the percentage of people living below poverty line has declined by about 12% since 2005. An average literacy level and life expectancy have improved as well. With a growing technological and innovative sector too, Rwanda is one country to definitely watch out for. Number 5. Ethiopia. Ethiopia has been a country standing on its lane when it comes to strength and history, being one of the only African countries which were not colonized because of its military strength and strong will. Modern Ethiopia is not falling short of that historic glory, as it still has one of the strongest forces in Africa with mega infrastructural projects and the second largest population in Africa. Ethiopia has only itself to contest with on the playground of future influence. The inclusion of Ethiopia in the Big Five was controversial because it is, according to the ISS, an authoritarian and repressive state, but it is growing fast and has become a poster child for development in Africa. Hosting the headquarters of the African Union and is the largest African contributor to UN peace missions, with its regional fierceness when it comes to bordering countries such as Egypt, with their massive dam construction. Ethiopia is improving to become one country everyone should watch out for. Number 4. Algeria. This North African nation of the Mediterranean coast, even though it has all the potentials to be on top of the whole sphere, is not living up to its full potentials. With an area of 2,381,741 kilometers square, Algeria is the 10th largest country in the world, and the largest by area in the African Union and the Arab world, which is already a status the oil-rich country should be exploiting to its fullest. Algeria also has by far the biggest military in Africa, which is already a strength factor which can project huge influence. The upper middle income country is full of economic, cultural, natural and military potentials to become a superpower, and hence one of the nations the world should watch out for. Number 3. Egypt. Egypt has the odds of the modern days aligned to its favor, with the strongest military force in Africa, current gigantic infrastructural projects such as the new capital and the Egyptian Museum, amongst others. The country is drilling the roots of superpower status deep into the core. Egypt is a member of the Big Fives in Africa, with a fast-growing nominal GDP, which is projected to reach 765 billion by 2050. Their GDP PPP is also projected to be the 7th worldwide by the year 2030, with around 8.2 trillion, surpassing a lot of other great powers like Japan and Germany. Their military is already ranked 9th worldwide, with the Human Development Index increasing rapidly, now at 0.700, and also the development of services like education, health, and also the literacy rates, and the GDP per capita all growing geometrically. The corruption levels and also the unemployment rates are decreasing swiftly. With a huge productive and increasing population of around 102 million, Egypt is well established for change, despite poverty. Number 2. Angola. As Africa's foremost emerging market, Angola is receiving increasing recognition for its oil wealth, leading to attempts to engage it as a strategic partner, especially amongst the rising powers. In particular, there has been considerable escalation in development cooperation between Angola and China recently, though relatively little is known about the precise terms of this partnership, despite China's key role in Angola's post-conflict reconstruction. An abundance of natural resources have made Angola one of the leading destinations for FDI in Africa. Most FDI is directed into Angola's core sector, oil. Huge oil resources have put the country in a strong fiscal position. While this favorable economic climate presents an ideal opportunity for the Angolan government to make decisive investment decisions, the current transport and logistics infrastructure remains a major challenge for businesses in Angola. Angola is defiantly one African country we need to keep an eye on. Number 1. Senegal. Senegal is one of the most democratically developed and stable states in sub-Saharan Africa. Located in the westernmost part of the African continent, the country has an estimated population of about 14 million people, and the per capita income of the country is slightly above 1,600 US dollars. A sound electoral system and a strong democratic tradition, supported by vigilant free media, proved capable of channeling social and political tensions into a democratic post-election transition in 2012. The new government is committed to respond to chronic underperformance, which is reflected in the growing popular impatience at the slow pace of reforms, low growth, widespread poverty, and high unemployment. Also, with the coming of Akon's futuristic smart city, which is currently under construction, Senegal will become a strong force to reckon with in the future. There you have it, explorers. Those were the African countries to watch out for. Thanks for watching this video, and if you did enjoy the video, do well to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends.